everybody, my name is Hannah. Today I'm going to do my April wrap-up and my May TBR. That's right, I get so confused sometimes. Okay, so I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I only read 5? I thought I read 6. Oh wait, no I didn't. I read 5 out of 6 of my TBR for April. Yeah. So I'm actually pretty proud of it coming out of a reading slump. So yeah, let's start talking about the books. So the first one that I read was Gemina, and I really liked it. It's a sequel to the Illuminate Files. Yes, it's the second book. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the book Illuminate, but I really liked the characters. Once again, this book surprised me with how much I liked it. I thought that the main character was really cool. She had a flair for the dramatics, which I really liked and kind of identified with. She was a lot of fun. The format is also really cool. It was a quick read. I read it in like 2 sittings. It looks long, and it is, but the pages are very short, and it's really good, and I like it. Let's see, the next one that I read was The Cruel Prince, and I didn't like it as much. I also did a review on this, but it's by Holly Black. There were a lot of things that I liked and a lot of things that I didn't like. The main thing that kind of threw me for a loop was the pacing of this book. I thought that there were a few story arcs that could have been completely shut out, and we could have focused on other things in the book, and that was I feel like that was my main complaint, was just like the pacing and how things were split up. I thought that the author could have focused more on certain things than what was focused on in this book. I had a lot of fun reading it, and I will read the next one because I want to know what happens. So the next one that I read was The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know that this series, the Winter Night series, is probably one of my favorites. I really enjoyed The Bear and the Nightingale, which is the first book. This is the second book in the series. It's a little different. There's still like a magical feel to it, but there's a lot more political intrigue in this book, which I really liked. It's a good length as well, and a lot's going on, and you get like new perspectives from new different characters, which I thought was really cool. And there's just, I mean, the writing is beautiful. It's phenomenal. So great. So I recommend this series to anybody who hasn't read it. So the next books that I read was A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. And I like these books. I think that Sarah J. Maas's plots are really good. I think that the premise of her books are swell and keep the readers intact. I personally don't believe that her writing style is for me. There are a few sentences in her books that really just don't sit well with me. I think that she tries hard to convey something, and it's like almost she tries too hard and it kind of falls flat. Maybe, I don't know. But I still read both of these books for the characters. I love the characterization, especially in the second book. There's only a few characters in the first book that are really talked about, but in the second book there's a lot more that I really like. I think that she's better at writing like fast-paced portions of the book rather than slow-paced. I don't know. I enjoyed this series, but I think it might be the only series that I read from her. Oh yeah, so that's the end of my wrap-up. Now it is time for my TBR, and the first one on my TBR is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. And I actually was going to read it in the month of April, but I was really, I wanted to save this one for last because I thought that this would be my favorite book. And I'm actually reading it right now. I'm on page 10, and it's already like super, super fast paced. And I really enjoy it so far, and I'm only on page 10. This book was actually, this is Rebellion by Ethan Proud and Lincoln Proud. I think that they're brothers, and Ethan Proud actually sent me this book. He signed it. He is a friend of my best friend, and he wrote this book about a rebellion. That's really all I know, and I'm really excited to read it. It's 342 pages. I'm very excited. I really like the cover. I like the feel of it too. It's paperback, but it's like one of the harder paperbacks that I really like. So yeah, this will be the second book that I read. I also want to finish off a few trilogies. I want to get Obsidio, and I think it's A Court of Wings and Ruin that is the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. Yeah, that's what I want to get. And then I also want to read the Truth Witch series, which I think will be really great. Alright, well that was my wrap up and my TBR. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next video. Bye!